Hello everyone and welcome to our emergency crypto briefing workshop, okay? I want to first thank each and every one of you for taking your very valuable time out of your busy schedule to join us today. I see lots of familiar names from literally all over the world here, and I'm really glad to see you here, so thank you again. I appreciate that. And I know the anticipation is extremely high from all the emails I've gotten over the past couple weeks. It's really been incredible. As you know, my name's Todd Mitchell, and I'm the founder and CEO of Trading Concepts. And again, I want to welcome all of you here today. Now, we filled up so quickly that I just wish there was a way to get more than 1,000 people in here with us today, but we just can't, okay? Now, before we start, I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. So I want to make sure that there are no problems with my microphone, my screen. So if everything seems fine to you and you can hear me, just let me know. All right. Okay. I assume it's all right because I'm not getting any messages. I'm getting a bunch of okays. Can hear me just fine. Good. And yes, Ricardo, this workshop will be recorded and sent to you after we finish up here today. Okay. So it's always a big question. Are we going to record it? Yes. We're recording it. It will be sent to you. All right. And also, before I forget, I want to go through the mandatory government disclaimer and to summarize it for you, okay? It basically tells you very common sense things like don't trade with money that you can't afford to lose and only use risk capital when you're swing trading stocks or any other type of assets classes such as futures, currencies, ETFs, or options. In addition, if you use margin, you can lose more than what you originally started with because margin is leverage. So please take this into consideration. Also, it's very difficult psychologically to make money when you're trading with money that you can't afford to lose. So please avoid doing that. You should paper trade as well until you get used to things here, okay? So I want to start this off. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. So I want to get into the really good stuff now, okay? You guys ready? Now, I know today's subject matter is really exciting, okay? Let's face it, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are not a fad. They're for real. In fact, we believe this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and that's why we decided to do this workshop today. I mean, think about it. Bitcoin started the year under $1,000, roughly about $800, and has climbed to nearly $13,000 as of just yesterday, okay? That's over a 1,300% increase in a year's time. Now, that's great if you bought some, but can make you feel terrible if you missed out on this opportunity. So maybe you didn't know what the heck Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies were a year ago, or still don't today, or maybe even thought they were illegal, okay? Now, well, let me tell you, I've got great news. In this emergency briefing workshop today, we're going to not only shed a lot of light on this investment movement, and believe me, this is a movement, folks, but we're also going to show you how to get involved and make a lot of money with it. So you're not going to want to miss out on this presentation and what we have for you, okay? So it's going to be really good. Cryptocurrencies have exploded into the mainstream in 2017, and Bitcoin is just the tip of the iceberg. There are also thousands of altcoins that have come on the scene as well. They are far less known, but by no means less profitable. Some have gained 10,000%, 20,000%, or even as much as 60,000% in 2017 alone. Now, we've called this emergency briefing today because if you manage to get in early enough on just one of these opportunities, it could be life-changing to see gains like that in a year. Now, this is truly a new world to consider, and believe me, it's a movement. And you need some training to get started. And that's what we intend to do here today with you, okay? So we're going to have a lot of fun. And by the end of this workshop, you'll probably know more about Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency boom than anyone else you know. And imagine what that could mean to you a year from now. The bottom line is this. Now, just like with Amazon back in the 90s, there's a massive opportunity in cryptocurrencies because most traders still don't understand this stuff. And one of the best parts is that you can get started with as little as a few $100s to invest. Now, isn't that incredible? Clearly, the opportunity to build wealth in cryptocurrencies is real, not just Bitcoin. Now take a look at what happened with another digital currency called Ethereum. Had you put in just $500, it would have ballooned in just a couple of years. Here's another example. A $5,000 investment in another cryptocurrency called Sibcoin could have paid you a fortune in a matter of months. Now, I think you'd agree that's pretty incredible. But while the smart money is going all in, everyday folks are totally in the dark. That's why we're holding this emergency briefing workshop with you here today. Now look, the truth is that many traders and investors wait their whole lives for an opportunity like this and never see it come to fruition. But we're very lucky. We're seeing firsthand the explosion of the blockchain and cryptocurrency market. Now, those of us who are brave enough to act could see gains that are typically only dreamed about. Now, look what has happened already. Just during the period from January of this year to December of this year. Look at Bitcoin gained over 1,400%. Ethereum is up over 5,300%. Ripple gained 3,700%, and Litecoin went up in value by over 2,100%. Now that means a $250 investment in each cryptocurrency for a total investment of $1,000 would be worth $31,250 right now. Now that's a whopping return of a little over 3,100% in less than 12 months' time. Now, a $200 investment in Bitcoin in 2011 will be worth over $1.3 million today. The price of Bitcoin went from about $800 at the beginning of the year to close to $13,000, okay, just a day ago. And this market is still in its infancy. It has a lot of growing left to do. And those are the type of opportunities that we're presented with today. Like I said, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. And the great news is the growth is nowhere near done. This is a very young market with huge growth ahead. Okay, well now is a good time to hand it over to my good friend Dr. Kenneth Reed, who's really been immersed in this for a couple of years now. Then I'll be back after he's done to answer some questions and to go through a few more things with you, okay? It's all yours, Ken.
Thanks, Todd, and thank you everyone for joining us for this special workshop presentation. I'm Dr. Kenneth Reed. I hope Todd got you excited about the possibilities of investing in crypto. In this part of the presentation, we're going to discuss why all this is happening, so you can make an informed decision about whether you want to participate. To introduce myself, I'm the lead crypto guy here at TCI. Some of you may already know me as a trading coach. I also had a 10-year career as a professional trader and virtual portfolio manager. In fact, I started trading in 1996 during the internet boom, so this crypto boom feels familiar. There are many parallels between that time and today, like the idea that Bitcoin is a bubble. But there are also some differences too. So let's look at 4 reasons Bitcoin, in particular, is likely to continue to go up. Now, what we can expect if the parallels with the internet boom play out. Reason number 1 is simply supply and demand. This is the major difference between Bitcoin and any internet stock of the 1990s, and it's a crucial difference. As you can see from this chart, Bitcoin has a strictly limited supply, just 21 million coins, and that's not a negotiable number. The cap is built into the code. Currently, there are about 16 million Bitcoins in circulation, and they're being mined at a predefined rate, slowly, according to that curve. Meanwhile, demand is going through the roof. This chart shows demand since Bitcoin's inception, and it's been steadily increasing even though the price is going up as well. So, unlike commodities, price appreciation is not a negative factor with Bitcoin. it doesn't dampen demand. Quite the reverse. In other words, Bitcoin is behaving not at all like a commodity or even a currency. It's behaving like an asset, like a new asset class, digital gold, which we'll discuss in more detail later. Strong demand for the limited supply has created some steep price action. Sure. So let's explore whether Bitcoin is a bubble that's likely to burst. Obviously, bubbles happen, irrational exuberance and all that, but they are difficult to measure, difficult to time, and even difficult to recognize. Nevertheless, this chart of Bitcoin going back 4 years certainly looks like a bubble. And doesn't this chart of the Dow Jones Industrials look a lot like Bitcoin's chart? But according to Google, there's not much chatter on the web right now about a stock market bubble. And a comparison of searches for Bitcoin versus the stock market, the stock market beats Bitcoin 44-4. It's really difficult to tell if something's a bubble by looking at a chart. Amazon went up 20 times in 1998, which is more than Bitcoin did in 2017. This is the long-term chart of Amazon, however, and that 1998 blip doesn't look much like a bubble, does it? One example of how difficult bubbles are to spot comes from Mark Cuban, who called Bitcoin a bubble in June 2017. And he has credibility because he's a venture capitalist on TV and a very successful businessman. Yet just 3 weeks later, he recanted his view and started to get involved in cryptocurrencies in a big way. Even Bitcoin's market cap is rather small potatoes when one compares it to a leading stock like Apple. And Bitcoin looks absolutely puny when compared to Amazon or the 280 .coms in the internet boom, or to gold or to global currency. So that definitely leaves the question about Bitcoin's bubble status open, correct? The third reason that Bitcoin might go higher has to do with a competing version of the crypto tech called Ethereum, which is the number 2 cryptocurrency by market cap. Ethereum is another application of the underlying blockchain technology that deploys smart contracts. There's a huge interest from Fortune 500 companies in this, and Bitcoin is going along for the ride. The Enterprise Ethereum Alliance connects Fortune 500 enterprises, startups, academics, and technology vendors with Ethereum experts. The EEA fosters collaboration on blockchain-based enterprise-grade software, capable of handling the most complex, highly demanding real-world applications in finance, insurance, healthcare, government, etc. So who's involved? Well, Accenture, British Petroleum, BNY Mellon, CME Group, Credit Suisse, Deloitte, Infosys, Intel, ING, JP Morgan, MasterCard, Microsoft, National Bank of Canada, Samsung, Santander, Thomson Reuters, UBS, Wipro, and dozens more. More than 26,000 blockchain projects have already been started. Patent applications for blockchain apps are growing 50% annually, more than 500 in 2017, with many coming directly from megabanks like Bank of America and brokerages like Goldman Sachs. The move to blockchain technology can't be stopped because it helps corporations improve efficiency and reduce labor costs, just like the internet did. And here's the fourth reason I think Bitcoin and crypto will continue higher, which I find the most intriguing of all. Big money is coming. In fact, it's already starting to arrive. The first annual Digital Currency Investment Conference was held in New York City in late November. Who attended? Dozens of hedge fund CEOs, engineers from IBM, Microsoft, and Intel, executives from Fidelity, Citigroup, BNY Mellon, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank, the European Commission, Deutsche Börse, NASDAQ, and the CME, and interested observers like myself. So listen up. This was the clincher for me anyway. IBM was there. Bitcoin was trading around 9,000 and everyone was anticipating 10,000. Jesse Lund, the head of global blockchain and digital currency strategy at IBM, recently made the following comments about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an entirely new species and the catalyst for a long overdue transformation in financial services. It's the frontrunner in the evolution of money, a disruption to conventional banking, payment systems, national clearing systems, foreign exchange markets, and even central banking. This is not bubble behavior, he said. It's systemic evolution. We're not witnessing a bubble in Bitcoin's price, but confirmation of increasing acceptance of the Bitcoin network itself, and others like it, as a legitimate, fully autonomous global real-time gross settlement system. Wow. He then adds, there's another major milestone on the horizon for Bitcoin's value against the US dollar. And it's not 10,000, it's 1 million. Now, IBM has a reputation for conservative thinking, even a little behind the times. And this guy is predicting $1 million Bitcoin? What do you think of that? But there's more. 100 cryptocurrency hedge funds were launched in 2017. They're already out there. The CME is about to launch a Bitcoin futures product, which will help greenlight institutional and ultra-high net worth investment, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And Coinbase is rolling out a custodial service for institutional and professionally managed crypto. And there's more. Mike Novogratz is a Princeton grad. He's a co-founder of Fortress Capital Partners, a $76 billion hedge fund, and an early investor in crypto. He's starting a $500 million crypto hedge fund, a crypto merchant bank, and associated digital currency services for institutional and high net worth advisors. He's a crypto booster, and you may have seen him on CNBC. Novogratz's roadmap goes like this. He sees a possible 5x return in 2018 as crypto reaches $1 trillion in market cap, and a possible 10 to 20 times return over the following 2 to 5 years. Novogratz is known for thinking outside the box, so it's not all that surprising that he's into crypto. But listen to this. Glenn Hutchins was a keynote speaker at this investment conference. He's a straight-arrow money manager with a sterling reputation. Harvard Law, board member of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, vice chairman of the Brookings Institution and the Economic Club of New York, and part owner of the Boston Celtics. Hutchins is the co-founder of one of the most successful equity hedge funds, Silver Lake, and an early investor in Bitcoin. So why are guys like Hutchins and Novogratz so important? Bitcoin is already an alternative asset that's attractive to hedge fund managers. This is what happened for alternative internet stocks like Amazon back in 2003, which had no earnings and lots of potential. They took off and never looked back. But frankly, Bitcoin isn't Amazon or Apple. It will never have earnings, so mainstream investment funds won't ever get involved. But that no longer matters, because things have changed dramatically in the ultra-high net worth advisory field, which now has more capital than global pension assets. Let me explain. Not long ago, I partnered in a business venture with a retired CFA who had managed assets for ultra-high net worth clients. He was the top guy at a major bank, and his client list included ex-presidents. Seriously. Essentially, his job was to diversify his clients' holdings into uncorrelated alternative assets so they could weather any storm. And he was the top guy because he was an early adopter of a new portfolio strategy that changed the entire field. Smart private money has been able to overtake pension assets because the portfolio model for ultra-high net worth individuals has doubled its traditional allocation to alternative assets. The recommended percentage is now 46%, almost twice the recommended allocation to domestic and foreign equities. Wow. This is why ultra-high net worth assets are growing 27% faster than standard institutional assets such as mutual funds, insurance companies, and pension funds. In fact, today, ultra-high net worth assets total around $60 trillion, almost double global pension assets. What does this mean? This means big money is now fast money, and that's never happened before. The wealthy are now speculators, and they're interested in Bitcoin. Why? Well, some of the most respected ultra-high net worth asset managers are short gold right now, and they're looking at alternatives to gold. The market cap of physical gold is around $8 trillion. The market cap of Bitcoin is roughly $200 billion, or about a 40th of gold's. If Bitcoin becomes digital gold, and I think that's happening as we speak, it could go up 40 times just to catch up with the physical metal. This is Novogratz's speech to potential ultra-high net worth clients and their investment advisors. In a nutshell, he thinks Bitcoin is likely to follow the roadmap from the internet boom because it's got limited supply and ultra-high net worth clients are going to scoop it up. And that's exactly what could take Bitcoin, or a related successor coin, toward 100,000 or 1 million like IBM's Jesse Lund forecast. Personally, I've made a serious commitment to crypto. Once I took the leap of faith, that's when I really started to learn and profit. Honestly, prices felt high when I bought in, just like I'm sure they do now. But this screenshot shows that I made $62,239.82 over the last 24 hours. And I bet a lot of folks thought Bitcoin was too high yesterday. How would you feel if Bitcoin or a dozen other cryptos went up 10 times from here and you thought it was too high, all the way up? Here's a little secret I learned from an old-timer at the Chicago Merc. It's not so much about entries, Ken, he said. What really matters is when you sell. Amateurs have an entry. Professionals have a plan. The reason I made $62,000 in the last 24 hours is that I have a plan, not about when to buy, but about when to sell. How did I develop the plan? I have some deep connections in the crypto industry. I was hoping to play an interview for you today with the head of research for one of the earliest crypto hedge funds, and an interview with the CEO of a cryptocurrency that I expect will quadruple in 2018. And also an interview with Roger Ver, the earliest investor in Bitcoin, who is involved with a special Bitcoin project. But we're running out of time. There is a way for you to get access to this insider material, however, that Todd will tell you about in a moment. I'm also a technical guy. I love to study charts, and I've carefully studied Bitcoin and all the other major cryptos. I've discovered the formula for a crypto roadmap for the next 12 months that I'm following in my own account, and I'd like to share it with you. But unfortunately, I can't just give it away for free, at least not at a webinar like this. It's the culmination of 21 years as a trader and investor. In a moment, Todd's going to tell you how you can get this crypto roadmap and how, in the end, it probably won't cost you anything, even if you don't believe it or follow it, and even if you don't take a single trade. We have a question from Amy. What if I've never traded Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency before? This would be typical, Amy. Less than 1% of the investing population knows anything about crypto. Of course, the more you know, the more comfortable you'll be, and then you can make informed decisions. I expect the vast majority of subscribers will be new to this field. Very few will have any experience to rely on. So just take it step by step according to what feels comfortable for you. We have a question from Elliot about penny cryptos. They're called altcoins, and there are literally more than 1,000 of them. They are the small caps of the crypto world. Accordingly, they move much faster than Bitcoin. It's not unusual for altcoins to move double digits almost every day. That said, the volatility can cut both ways, so we will not be doing short-term trading in altcoins. I have long-term altcoin picks that I want to share with you. A question from Mark is about how much capital to invest. Mark, of course, I'm not an investment advisor, neither is Todd, so we can't give you any personal advice. But in general, the more volatile the market, the less you should invest. So this is especially important with the altcoins, the smaller capitalization cryptos. And the reason is primarily psychological. I have a model portfolio with about 9 altcoins in it. If you're watching your altcoin portfolio P&L closely, the fluctuations could drive you crazy. So only invest an amount that you're willing to lose, and therefore you don't have to micromanage it. Set and forget for a while if you can. Otherwise, you'll probably be trading noise, and that wouldn't be a good thing. Hope that makes sense. Let's see, a question from Bill. Can anyone do this? Well, probably. I have an interview that I'll play for you sometime with the mother of the hedge fund research guy that I interviewed, because he got his mom into crypto in 2016. She didn't know much then, and she still doesn't, but she's made more than 10 times her money. Another question from Sue. I'm not a big risk taker. Is this the right service for someone like me? That's a decision only you can make. Crypto is more volatile than the stock market. So if the stock market makes you nervous, then crypto isn't for you. Joseph asks, this sounds hard to do. Is it difficult to open an account? Well, yes and no. There are KYC and AML requirements. That's know your customer and anti-money laundering. So there are more hoops to jump through than opening an account at a regular brokerage. But I have a video that will walk you through the steps. Francois asks, what happens if Bitcoin is a bubble and it bursts? Well, the honest answer is that there's no way to tell. Crypto, like any investment, is risky. So only invest what's called risk capital, money you can afford to lose. These are the early days, and it's possible that a very small investment could generate unusual returns. Seriously, Todd and I have worked this out, so you don't have to take much risk at all. Personally, I think it's zero. Here's the deal. Even if you do absolutely nothing in the next 12 months, even if you stay on the fence the whole time, you could still profit tremendously. I know that sounds strange. What we're going to do is give you some Bitcoin, absolutely free. Let it sit, let it grow like a digital blue chip. I hope you will join me on this amazing crypto adventure. Todd will tell you exactly how.
All right, thanks, Ken, for that extremely insightful and fascinating information. Truly eye-opening, to say the least. And I think you would all agree, this is the kind of opportunity traders and investors only dream about. This is like being able to say you bought stock in Amazon, Apple, or NVIDIA back when they first became available. This is recognizing a coming change in our way of life and being smart enough to take advantage of it. Real exciting, to say the least. And years from now, you'll be able to tell your children and grandchildren, I was one of the ones who recognized what was happening. And we think in just 5 years from now, when Bitcoin is potentially $1 trillion in market cap and the price is 100,000 or more, you'll be able to look back and say, I rode that wave. I drove the distance and I really profited from it. And that's our goal, to help you achieve that. Okay, I see a couple questions coming in now. All right, Joanne has a question. Let's see. The question is, what if I've never traded Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency before? That's a great question. All right, so if you've never traded Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, okay, then you're exactly the kind of person that we're looking for. Remember, you do not need to know anything about Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies. In fact, the less you know, the better, since you won't be biased, okay? It's our job to show you what's going on and what the biggest opportunities are for investing in the hottest ideas. And I'll get to that in just a minute, okay? I've got another question from Roy. Thanks for joining us, Roy. Appreciate that. Okay, and Roy asks, do I have to have a large amount of money to invest in this? All right, the answer is no. I mean, in fact, you don't need any money to get started at all because you can paper trade as many of our recommendations as you like, for as long as you like, of course. You all know that. Now, that being said, if you want to make money, okay, that you can actually spend and reinvest, then yes, you'll need a little money to get started, but not by much. Now, obviously, how much is up to you. You've seen the examples that we pointed out earlier. You can start with as little as $20, $50, $100. You don't need much money at all, okay? So just remember those examples that we spoke about. You don't need much money at all, and they can potentially balloon into a retirement fortune like many, many others have seen before you, okay? All right, so at the moment, I don't see any more questions coming through, but be sure to type them in the box below if you do have a question, okay? So again, if you've got any questions, just type those in below, and we'll be sure to get those answered before the day is over, okay? All right, now if you've listened this far, and you're as fascinated and excited at the opportunities that lie ahead of you right now as I was when I first learned of these opportunities early last year, then you're going to want to take full advantage of the historic boom in cryptocurrencies that we're seeing. And it only makes sense to learn from actual traders who live and breathe this stuff. So, I know you'll agree, now is the perfect time to take advantage of the potentially life-changing opportunities from the long-term trends in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. You see, what Ken and I have done, along with our little inside team, is create a special charter membership that we've decided to call Real Wealth Crypto Insider. And by the way, this is only available to valued Trading Concept subscribers like yourself, not the general public. We're real excited and we've been working on this for a long time now. So let me tell you more about it. Now, as a charter member of the Real Wealth Crypto Insider, you're going to get a bi-weekly newsletter with company profiles and insider interviews. You're also going to get a model portfolio with at least 10 long-term picks you can get the moment you sign up. Then you're going to get crypto training videos that show you exactly how to hit the ground running inside the members area. You can have daily updates to keep you informed about the essential developments in this supercharged space. And then you're going to get an exclusive insider watch list, which will help you time entries in the hidden opportunities that we've discovered. And you're going to get tactical crypto alerts via email and SMS so you never miss out on anything. So you'll get text alerts. So in a nutshell, we're going to try to find the cryptocurrencies that are ready to explode. Okay, now I see a question from John. Welcome, John, and thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate that. John's question is, do I have to be chained to my computer all day? Thanks, John, for your question, and again, thanks for being here today. Let's answer that. Absolutely not, okay? This is not day trading or anything that requires you quitting your job or anything like that whatsoever. For now, just know you can do this using very, very little time, perhaps only a few minutes a week, all right? I mean, really, it's as simple as that. So I hope that answers your question, John, okay? And if you've got any other questions, just type those in below, okay? Okay, I got another question from Rebecca. Welcome, Rebecca. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. Rebecca is asking, does this involve using a load of technical mumbo-jumbo and complicated charts? All right, great question, Rebecca, and the answer is no, absolutely not. There's no technical analysis that you've got to perform. All you need to know is when to get in and when to get out. And we do all the hard lifting and all the hard work for you. Each alert will tell you exactly what to do. You just have to decide whether you want to follow what we recommend. It's completely up to you, but we do spoon feed you. All right, so I hope that answers your questions, Rebecca. And again, I want to thank you for being here today. Truly appreciate it. All right, I see one more question from Pat. Pat asks, can anyone really do this? Or do you need to be a computer expert and know complicated terminology? Again, Pat, thanks for being here, and really, really good question. No way. If you can open your email, then you can make money using what we show you, okay? All you need to do is access the private members area that we've put together for you and follow along. It's that simple. Read and watch the videos. It's super, super simple, okay? You won't get boring economic theory you don't need. You also won't get overwhelmed with tons of useless information. In fact, you won't have any useless information. Everything that we provide you will be really, really informative and very educational and information that you can profit from, okay? Again, we've boiled everything down to a very concise, easy to follow program, okay? That's our intent here. All right, I don't see any more questions right now. Again, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate. Just type those in the box below, and I'll get those back to you, okay? Before the end of the day, I promise you that. Okay, let's see. Ken and I want to make you a very special offer right now. That way you can begin learning and using our inside research and trading approach immediately to make a lot of money in this space and have a chance to see something totally different in the markets right now. Now, because this is a brand new service, if you sign up right now through this special offer, we will knock $300 off the price and we will send you $200 worth of Bitcoin. That means you can receive 1 full year of Real Wealth Crypto Insider for just $11.97. You will then get immediate access into the members area where we will walk you through exactly how to use this seed capital if you choose to get into the cryptocurrencies we're recommending, including the exact steps to set up your account. And one more thing, we want you to feel confident in your decision. If you decide to join Real Wealth Crypto Insider and try it out for the next year, then we will guarantee you'll have a chance to grow your money by at least 1,000% in the next 12 months. This means 1 year from now, if our model portfolio hasn't grown by 1,000%, then you can give us a call and we will give you access to Real Wealth Crypto Insider for another year. Absolutely free of charge. Now, I know this sounds like a real generous offer, but let me tell you why we decided to do this. What we really want to do is give everyone a chance to try this out for gains as high as 10,000% plus in the next few years. We want people like you to stick with us for years as we ride this all the way to the top. We want to reward people who join us from the very beginning. And we're going to do this by finding the best cryptocurrencies on the market to trade, those with limited supply and limitless demand. And I think once people like you are seeing 200%, 500%, and 1,000% returns in their portfolios with their own eyes, you will truly start to believe. So we want to give everyone a chance to do that here today, okay? Now, there's only one condition on this offer. We have to limit this offer to the first 50 people who respond today. A 1-year subscription to Real Wealth Crypto Insider normally costs $1,497. But for a brief time only, through this special offer, you'll pay just $1,197, a $300 discount off the regular price. Again, we're going to also send you $200 worth of Bitcoin. Plus, after you join, you will get immediate access into the 24/7 private members area that has our model portfolio all laid out for you. If you want, you can put the money you're instantly saving, the $300, into the specific cryptocurrencies that are laid out for you in the model portfolio. And each recommendation will come with the power of our own research in combination with our own network of those individuals who are on the inside. The best crypto trading ideas that they hear about, the kind of trades with the best chance to make us 10 times richer in the next 12 months and 1,000 times richer a few years from now. Now remember, we're giving you a special guarantee. If you don't see 1,000% returns in the next 12 months using this service, we have agreed to work with you for free to get you these returns. But you've got to hurry. This offer is limited to the first 50 people who respond today. And from what I see right now, boy, there are only 22 spots left, which means 28 spots have already been filled. Jeez, oh Pete, I know the demand would be high, but I didn't think they would go this quick. Let's see. I want to congratulate those of you who signed up and took your first step in partnering with us on this exciting adventure. Okay then, so to partner with us, simply click the link below and you'll be immediately directed to a secure order form. Now, I would do it before all spots are taken, okay? So if you're using any of my other services, you'll still want to check this out too, okay? Real important. Now, if you've watched the workshop this far, and if what Ken and I are saying is making sense, simply click the link below to get started with us. Now, simply click the link to review all the details on how you can potentially make 10 times your money in the next year by trading the best cryptocurrencies we find. Now remember, this offer is limited to the first 50 people who respond today, and only a few minutes ago, 28 spots were left. All right, let me check to see how many spots we have available now. Let's see. Okay, it looks like we've only got 19 spots available, which means another 3 were taken in just the last few minutes, okay? Okay, right now, it doesn't look like we've got any more questions, but if you do have more questions, please be sure to type those in the box at the bottom of the page, and we'll be sure to get those answered for you by the end of the day. I promise you that, okay? All right, so again, don't hesitate too much longer or all spots will be taken. Just click the link if you want more details on our limited time offer. Do it now and we'll see you inside, okay? Again, I want to thank everyone for joining Ken and I today, and we truly hope you got a lot of useful and really exciting intel out of our workshop today. Again, to learn more about the Real Wealth Crypto Insider, just click the link below. And if you've got any further questions, again, please type them in below and we'll answer those for you. I promise you that, okay? Okay, then, this is Todd Mitchell wishing you lots and lots of success in your trading. And we truly hope to see you inside where you'll be able to partner with Ken and I, okay, and our team here. Once again, thank you for taking your valuable time out of your busy schedule to join us today. And we truly do appreciate it. Bye for now.